What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Spilling Wine with Kelly is Lit. You already know. Today, I have two lovely people with me. Nilda, you've seen her before, and my younger sister.
Frankie.
Thank you for
Hi.
coming on. You went back to school today, Frankie, right? Or this week?
Today is Sunday. No. I came back to school
You went back
on
to school
Thursday.
Thursday. How
Yes.
was it?
There was an incident with this one girl. She decided to waste her precious time printing out a bunch of small little notes and planting them around the school, just talking straight like crap about people in the school. And we'd be walking around the halls, we'd pick up a note and boom.
Wait, so you just found random notes around the school?
Yeah, and like they name dropped and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Remember when we were in high school and they had the anonymous page?
Yeah.
The like anonymous Instagram where people would like send in like
Yeah, they were like, oh, tell me gossip, and I'll say it, and they'll be like, Kelly, da-da-da, whatever, and Nilda vomited on the floor. It was dumb stuff
but like
that.
it was posted for everyone to see and it
Yeah.
was like an Instagram page, right?
Most of the rumors were fake, though. They were
Yeah, I
never
know.
real.
Or it was like confessions like, oh, like I like this person or this person is
Oh, they
that.
had a crush page.
Yeah.
Are you talking about like the ship or dips?
Like the IS2 confessions page.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started on the ice.
Remember when they made a prom dress page so nobody would get the same prom dress?
I used to follow them like up until like last year.
But it was so
They still do
stupid.
those.
They did it for high
Yeah.
school too. And it was like set in your prom dress.
Mm-hmm.
But do you remember anything that was said on the confessions page about you?
It was so
I
long.
remember making a YouTube video about it.
I remember people making fun of my bangs. That's it. And when I went to high school, I cut my bangs.
Oh my God. Do you remember when the girl took a video of my hair on the track? My hair used to be really long and like my ends were so dead because I refused to cut my hair. And the girl that hated me took a video of my hair and said like, ew, like look at her dead ends or whatever. And then I cut them off and I like shipped them to her house. Do you remember that?
No.
What? When did this happen?
That was like, I don't know. We were like close friends. That had to be like sophomore year or junior year. But like she posted it for everyone to see and like zoomed in on my dead ends.
But you shipped them to her house?
Yeah, I know where she lived. She lived down the block from me.
Why'd you? You didn't even have to ship them. You could have just dropped them off.
Yeah. That was just a funny story son that I had to tell. Cause like she always used to post like random stuff about me for no reason.
Mad mean.
People are ruthless.
Wait, but this is happening now in your school? Because it's September. It just started.
Prom dresses?
No.
I was like,
The
what?
notes.
The notes,
yeah.
no, this happened last year, but it got dragged into this year too. Yeah, she was.
Have you ever found any of like about you?
No. Well, no.
Or your
Problematic
friends?
queen.
Well, not
Yeah.
really.
Like where would you find the notes? Like were they like stuck on the
No,
walls?
they were like in like the
in the
west wing.
bathroom?
No, just all over the floor, like the hallways. And I remember I
Oh.
picked up a note because it was about my friend, and he texted me. He's like, "I'm in class right now, so like, can you go bring it to like the dean?" And I go in and I go up to the dean. And I'm like, "Look what I found." And this is what she does. You ready? They found another one. And I like look at her and I'm like, "You like know this is going on?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, but like, what are we supposed to do?" And I'm like, "This girl literally admitted to doing it. Like, it's her." And they're like, "Oh, well."
So was it her or was it multiple people?
It's probably her and her friends, honestly. I like confronted her through DMs because I was like, "Yo, leave my friend alone. Like, what's your problem?" Full on cursed me out. Saw her at Starbucks the next day. Minute I walked in, full on cursed me out, like to my face for no reason. Like, all I asked you was to like not be a bitch, like, like respectfully. And yeah, no, she kept cursing me out. And then she's like, "What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it?"
No, continue.
Oh. Well, she's a cheerleader.
Why are
Wait,
cheerleaders
did you-
Cheerleaders are the worst, I'm
bratty?
telling you. They're
Did
all
you know?
bratty.
Do you know her personally, or is just
No.
she random?
No, I didn't. But she just kept like taunting me. So like, I had to do something about it.
What did you do about it?
Legally, I didn't do anything about it. But like, I mean,
I know what you did. It's okay. You don't have to say it.
but it was actually really funny because what happened was after the situation happened, her friend, I accidentally knocked her drink out of her hand, and it spilled all over her shoes. And I guess that was like the final straw for her, because she has brought it into this year and will not like leave me the hell alone.
And you saw her when you went back to school?
Yeah, she's in my gym class.
Oh.
God, gym. I hate gym.
Oh my goodness, the gym teachers. Which gym teacher did you have?
Who did I have?
Were we in gym together or no?
We were, but
One
then
year?
my senior year I had polar. What is it called? Polar bear. Like it's
Oh my God, that was
like
so
outside
stupid.
gym. It
Yeah.
was dumb. Where they played handball.
Yeah.
I never understood that. I had this chunky teacher.
It was like you
I
had to
don't
be
remember his
outside all year round,
name.
even when it was cold. That's why they called
Mhm.
it polar bear. It's so stupid.
Um.
Wait, you had a lady?
Yeah, the only reason why I had to do polar bear was because the girl kicked me out of her class. I think her name, it starts with a R.
The pretty one, right? Yeah, she doesn't like Frankie.
She's not pretty.
Hey, which one? None of them like
The
me,
one with the
so
brown
this is gotta
hair?
be difficult.
The one that I always see when I'm out in the stores.
The Pilates teachers?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, no, they all
The brown
they
hair.
have,
I'm
like,
not the
a-
only one then, right?
they all hate me. There's like a club, anti-Frankie.
Okay, so I have a story really quick. So my junior year, I had her, and she was so mean to everybody. So one time I was talking to my friend about something, and she had like little beef with me. And she's a
Mhm.
grown woman. She's a freaking teacher. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have beef with a junior that's in her class.
And she has
Whatever.
young kids too.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I'm talking, and she's like, "Oh, excuse me, can you shut up in front of everybody?" And I said, "Excuse yourself, can you shut up?" So we're going back and forth at this point, and she gets like frustrated. She's like, "Whatever, let's continue the class, guys. We're gonna meditate." I'm like, so I told my friend to the corner, I was like, her stupid freaking meditation don't work. Like, Shawty's like, "Oh my God, picture the sun and the beach." Like, please, that's not how you do meditation.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, this is stupid. And she tried to lie, and she stopped the whole class, stopped her little, like her little radio. She was like, "Did you call me an effing B?" I said, "What?"
It sounds like her.
She was like, "I heard you call me an effing B." I said, "No, I said this was stupid. I don't know, clean your ears." Like, I was so then she's like, "You called me an effing B." I said, "I didn't, but I'll call you one right now." And then I called her it. And I tell you, it wasn't my best moment because I was really mad. So I just started cursing her out. And she said, "Get the F out of my class." So she sent me to the deans. And I was cool with all the deans. They liked me. So I had, what was the one that always wore the hoodie? I think his name was Mr. Wright.
Yes.
Yes, I had
We were
him.
always in the dean's office.
He's
'Cause we
like-
were bad,
he's
but
like,
they
"All
all
right."
liked us because we were always there.
He's like, "All right, what happened?" So I told him what happened. Bro, he started laughing. He was like, "It's okay, but you know she's going to call your mom, right?" I said, "Okay." So I get home. My mom's sitting like this. She's like, "What happened?" And I thought I was going to get hit because, you know, she's Spanish. She used to whip me. So I was like, "Can I explain?" She said, "Yeah, so I got a voicemail from your teacher saying that you cursed her out." So I explained to her the situation. And my mom was like, "Yeah, it's funny because when I tried to call her back, she left me a voicemail about what you did and then blocked my phone number."
What the hell?
She blocked my mom. So I said, "You see, she's crazy."
Yeah.
And then the
no.
next day I came in and they told me, "You have to do polar bear," that she kicked me out of her class. I didn't want to be in her class
That's
anyways.
crazy.
Mm-mm. No, every time something happened, like in high school, I would always call my mom. Like, I would leave the classroom, call my mom, and tell her so that nobody else could tell her first.
Yeah.
So I would literally always like send pictures, whatever. I would call my mom in the hallways all the time, or text her, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Cause I always had problems with.
Girls.
I don't want to say her name, but yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about. So.
yeah, she used to push me in the hallways.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to yell at her and get mad.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, "Don't touch her." And then she just look at me and be like, I'm like, "No, you're not going to do that. You want to get pushed?" I think I threatened to push her down the stairs.
No, and then the girl that we were just talking about before we started recording, remember she came to my class
Mm-hmm.
and she like tried to press me, and I was like, I don't even know you. Like, what are you doing?
I remember when
Like-
Kelly said to me, she said, "Nilda, you need to come to my class right now." I said, I'm in math.
But like we would leave the classrooms like we didn't care.
Yeah, that was really
So,
bad. And that is why I had
yeah.
to make up all my credits my senior year.
I was passing. I think I only failed like a couple times, but I had this teacher that was a drug addict, and he failed me because like he wouldn't remember that I turned in the assignments, because like he was just like so out of it all the time. And my mom had to come up during parent teacher conferences and like ask him why I was failing, and like he had no idea what we were talking about, and he was like, oh, I don't even know, I don't remember getting that assignment. And I'm just like,
I had the exact same teacher.
the hell.
Yeah, no, he literally called me out in front of the entire class because it was astronomy. So like nobody went. Like I'm sorry, but like
It was like a credit that you didn't need,
you
but
didn't.
like yeah, it was like an extra class.
So why?
It was like an empty credit. It like had
Yeah.
no value.
It was kind of like an
anything.
elective type thing, like a science elective. So
Who would want astronomy as an elective though? That's boring.
they put us in it,
They
I
put it
guess,
in,
whatever.
yeah. But like there was one day I walked into his class, first time being there in like months, because like literally nobody went. I still passed the class, so like not complaining. But I go in, and he's like asking a question about like the moon or something, like I don't know. And then he's like, "Okay, who am I gonna call on?" And
Oh my
then
God,
the
he did that to me all the time. He would purposely call on me.
Yeah, no. Then the other teacher, he was like, "How about Frankie?" And then he looks at him. He's like, "She obviously doesn't know the answer." And then they look at each other and just bust out laughing.
God.
And keep in mind, this class is silent and just like, oh my God, it was like,
No, he would
Really?
do that to me
Like-
too. I didn't care though. Like I was rude to him in front of everybody, and then he stopped calling on me because like he knew that I didn't really have a filter. But it's like there's 20 people in the classroom, and like you're trying to throw subs for what?
Bro, if you don't like your job, don't do it. Don't work
they're
there.
all miserable. Well, actually, not all of them. Some of them are really sweet, but like, seriously, don't work with kids if you don't like kids.
No, I remember when that incident that happened when I don't think we were friends at the time, but when the boy threw the water bottle at my face,
We were friends.
I
heard
was
about it.
gushing blood, and I went to his class.
Was it on your nose?
It was my lip.
Oh, your
It
lip.
busted open. And I thought I was fine because like I was like, oh, like it's just like a busted lip, like I'm just gonna go to class, like I'm not gonna go home. And I went to his class, and he was like making jokes about it. He was like, I don't remember what exactly he said, but he was basically like, oh, like did you get into a fight? Like what happened? And I'm like, I was so not in the mood to talk because I was like in shock of what happened. And I was like,
I wonder
don't
if
talk
it's
to
the
me.
same kid, because I had an incident where a kid, he took lotion, and he literally, do you remember? It was my freshman year.
think
We were
so.
friends. He took a handful of lotion and like squeezed my butt so that the lotion would go in my pocket and all over. And I went to the dean and said I was sexually harassed because he squeezed my butt. And then the girl looked, she looked into my pants, the pocket, to see if I was lying, I guess. And she was like, no, it's in the pants. He squeezed her. And he got suspended for like a week. He deserved more time, in my opinion.
I don't remember that, but no, the kid that I'm talking about, we talked about him before because I told you this. Remember when I didn't want to say it on the podcast? No, I don't. But he ended up getting suspended for like 2 months. He got kicked out for fighting this kid. There was a whole video about it. It went viral, whatever. And then he came back from his suspension, did that, and then he got arrested, and then he dropped out. But they still put him in my class after the incident.
It's wild.
Yeah. So I was like, okay.
Because they
like,
don't
you really
care.
don't care.
They don't really care. They're just here to get money. I don't think they care about kids' well-beings.
I actually saw him a few months ago. I saw him at a funeral. Yeah. He didn't say anything to me because it was his friend that passed. Remember I was telling you about the kid?
Yeah.
He passed in a car accident. He was 19, a couple years younger than us, but he was really close friends with him, and I saw him at the funeral. Yeah. But yeah. There's a lot of crazy story times in New York. Did you hear about the incident where the girl like threw a mixture of like Nair and bleach on the girl?
No.
Frankie, do you remember
I
that?
remember that. Yeah, I knew the girl.
Mm-mm.
That happened. Did that happen when I was in high school? I think. Or
That
I was in
happened.
middle
Yeah,
school?
that happened like
I knew who
before
the girl
COVID,
was.
right? Or no?
She was in the hospital. Her hair was like spotty and like it was awful.
Yeah, it was falling out.
Can't you legally
Yeah.
press charges for that, though?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would have done.
I pressed charges for a concussion, so imagine that. Yeah.
I had a concussion.
Did you get it in the hallway?
Yes. Do you remember?
Oh,
When
I think so.
this kid spun me around
Mm-hmm.
and he put me back down and I fell back and I cracked my head open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still have the
Ouch.
lump. Yeah, I still have the lump from it. All I remember is the nurse telling me not to fall asleep, but I kept closing my eyes because I was
no.
tired. And she's like, "Don't fall asleep, don't fall asleep." They had to put me in a wheelchair. My parents picked me up.
I think I remember that.
They're like, "What happened?" I said, "Oh, I just fell. Like I got nauseous."
Yeah,
and
because
I
you
fell.
didn't want.
I
anyone to get in
lied,
trouble,
and then
right?
of course, when we go outside in the front, this Arabic kid that saw me, because we were all friends with him. Remember the short little kid? He's hanging out with that Spanish girl. She had like long black hair. I don't think you remember. But he was like, "Yo, were you okay? Yo, I saw that. He spun you around and dropped you, bro." And my dad was like, "So that's what happened?" And I got grounded for like a week.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah. He was like, "Why'd you lie?" I was like, "Because obviously you're going to react like that." So.
Oh my God. Do you have any stories like that, Frankie?
I have crazy stories, but not really in school. I don't know. I mean, like, a guy pushed my friend into concrete and, like, slammed her after the sing event. Yeah, and we went, like, they didn't do anything about it. Yeah.
I feel like school has gotten a lot worse. Like, they don't care like they used to. Like, they never really cared, but it's like now they're just so used to seeing like all this crazy shit that it's like,
Whatever.
it's like normal, you know? It's
I
like
think
regular.
They're scared of the students.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely, like, they can't control them anymore.
Yeah.
They can't.
Especially now that kids are like starting to carry weapons and like all these guns and knives that they're like trying to bring in the schools. Like, they probably just don't even want to risk it at that point.
You know, Newdorp has a new academy, right? Well, it's not like an
What
like,
is it?
academy. It's called Delta. So it's for all
What the hell?
So they graduate with a really light green slash, and it's for all the dropouts who like are gonna like fail, and like the bad kids who like, get
What?
suspended, and like instead of expelling them, they put them in this classroom.
You would be in that.
Bro,
No, but
you're mean.
they will
Your
put
mom
you.
wasn't here. I would have called you something else. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. They will put you in this classroom for the entire day. Like, you do not like switch through the halls. No, you're in that classroom until 2:00, and that's your life for being a dropout. I mean,
It's
Wait,
like detention.
So if you're a dropout, like, wouldn't you not be in the school? Like, I don't understand.
well, like
the point of
dropout
it.
as in like,
Like
you know,
a
the
bad
kids-
dropout?
Well, like, you know, the kids who like have like they're not a dropout, but they have like the dropout like behavior. Like, they don't go to class and like
Oh yeah.
They're always
obviously
in the
they-
hallways.
Yeah, like
They had
That's
something
weird.
like that with us though, because me and Kelly used to always be in the hallways, and then they opened up this
The whole suite.
the auditorium.
The whole suite. Yeah.
Yeah. And
wasn't that IS2 the whole sweep? That was Newdorp.
No, it was Newdorp.
They did it too.
They
Yeah.
did it at IS2.
Yeah, and they whenever they saw us, they go in the auditorium, and it was so stupid because we'd be having mad fun in the auditorium,
I know, it really was
Instead of
dumb.
getting-
Like,
in trouble in the halls.
yeah, and they didn't even like call our parents or anything. Like
Mhm.
they would have, but the hall suites in IS2, remember that too? Where it's like a certain amount of time after the bell rang, like they would count down, and then like there would be the beep sound, and then all the teachers had to like lock the doors, and then whoever was still in the hallway would like get detention or whatever. And then we were all racing to class the last minute, remember?
Yeah, and I cracked my
It was like a
ribs because of that.
stampede.
What?
Yeah, because I got stampeded.
Oh my
Like, there was
God.
no, I'm like, I like, mom knows about this. Like,
I don't remember that.
All the kids, like, I guess, like, they were trying to rush to class, so they wouldn't
Yeah,
get,
it was
like,
dangerous.
swept.
It wasn't safe.
And I don't know, like, I was
ran
stuck in
over
a
you?
group. There was people surrounding me. All of a sudden, I'm going lower and lower and lower, and I'm just on the floor, and they're running all over me, and yeah, ribs cracked.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We've been through it.
No, really.
No, that's crazy. But can you tell me what they're doing in there? Because why is
The
the
Delta?
whole they're changing the whole outside.
Oh,
of it
the construction. I don't
for
understand
what?
They're
that.
replacing every brick.
Yeah, I don't get that.
It's
I
a
don't
new
understand.
principal. He wants to make the school fancy. I
Oh,
don't know.
because Miss what's her name? She
The
left,
blonde-
right?
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, thank God. She was
Yeah.
not a good principal. I'm
No,
not gonna
not at
name her,
all.
drop her, but me and Kelly never saw her in the halls. She never like would check up on us.
No.
And when I
she
asked,
like hid in her office.
yeah, when I asked to see her, they were like, no, she can't be seen right now. And I'm like,
I don't
you're
think
the
I've ever
principal.
seen her in my entire time in New York.
It was like she was a ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know how she kept that job for so long.
Well, they
So
can't
long.
fire you after
No.
a certain amount of time, 10 years.
Why?
It's like a teacher contract in New York. Yeah. Well, one of my friend's mom was like, her mom was a drug addict, and she worked at the school, and she
You
literally
probably
wouldn't
know
go.
her.
She wouldn't go to class. Like
She had the black hair.
ELA teacher.
A FADA English teacher.
I was in a FADA, so I'm trying to remember.
She was
a
apparently she like
senior.
fell asleep during the classes
Senior
and stuff.
ELA teacher.
Senior.
But Valerie had her and said she wouldn't even show up, and like she was still getting like I guess like paid.
I don't know. I had some pretty good English teachers.
Me too.
I liked all my English teachers, even though I can't remember their names right now.
You had Orlando. You had Orlando.
Orlando. No, I had. Oh wait, I did have him my freshman year. I didn't like him though.
Really? Why?
Really?
Because he would
I
always
loved
pick,
him.
He would always pick on me, and I felt like he liked all the other kids more than me. I would try to talk to him. He'd be like, "Okay, well," and then all the other kids, he'd be like, "Yeah, you're so cool." So I felt like I was a nerd.
I brought a fish to his class.
But you know who I liked?
Where'd you get the fish from?
Well, me and my friends we went out for lunch and we went to PetSmart, and someone came out with the fish, and then it was just in a jar, and I had to go back to class, so I just plopped it on the desk, and he was like, "Oh my God, can I see it?" And then I gave it to my art teacher to keep, and then I think he gave it to a student who's taking care of it.
Was it a beta fish?
I really don't know.
Do you remember the color?
Blue, I think.
So you adopted a fish and abandoned him?
No, someone took it home.
No, you
They have a
abandoned him.
tank.
Just kidding. I had a fish once. It was a beta fish. It was blue. Me and my brother named him Sherlock Holmes. No,
Okay.
it was Sherlock. It was Fishlock Holmes. I'm sorry, because we named him after Sherlock Holmes, and then he died.
They die so fast.
Yeah, he died the next day.
Yeah.
And then I was crying. I was like, Mom, Fishlock Holmes. And she's like, what? I said, he died. She said, I thought it was something important. She walked away. And me and my brother had like a whole fish funeral for him in the toilet. Yeah, it was sad.
Oh my God. I used to have like fish and stuff like that. But you just look at them. That's it. I'm sorry.
They're part of the family. You don't just look at a fish.
What'd you do? Play with it?
I just talked to it. I was little. Nobody would talk to me in the house. So I'd be like, how's your day? My day's good. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Do you remember the fish we had that Junior ate?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that? Our cat jumped up and just took out our fish.
Oh yeah. No, like he scooped it up. I remember that.
You had a cat?
Yeah. He
Aw,
passed away
I'm
after
so
like 18
sorry.
years. He lived a long life. But I remember that he literally jumped up. Was that Queenie or was that Junior?
It was Junior.
Someone
No,
scooped
was
it up
Junior.
and like knocked over the whole fishbowl.
You know cats and fish don't get along, right?
Yeah, clearly. That's why we had to nail the fish bowls on the wall.
Because they don't like the back and forth. Like when they see it go back and forth,
Yeah.
they get attracted to it. It's like a light. It's like when you do the laser light,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
follow it. That's why they don't like it. I learned the hard way.
But apparently they eat them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's nutrients.
so weird. Like,
It's healthy.
It's the food chain. Like the cat
Yeah.
eat the fish.
yeah,
It's
I don't
just
like
kinda,
fish.
It's kind
so-
of morbid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about fish. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, I don't know. They're not like animals to me. You know,
No.
we talked about this in a previous episode that wasn't posted, but we were talking about hunting, and it's like hunting and fishing. They're like not the same to me. It's like you can kill a fish, but like killing like a deer, or, like a bear, like that's different.
Well, me personally, I don't like fish or seafood. Like to eat.
I feel like that's why I feel like it's because like we eat seafood. Like you're not gonna just eat like a bear. You
Yeah,
know?
but-
Some people do.
Fishes are different.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
when you have them as an animal, you're not gonna eat a beta fish or a goldfish. People eat like salmon and stuff.
Yeah, but imagine having that as a pet and like still eating it.
That's
I bet people do. I mean,
Yeah.
that
I
caught me
mean,
off guard.
one of my students told me that they eat dogs, so like I'm really not
What?
I'm really not like shocked at anything regarding that topic anymore. So
Well, I love deers.
oh, I know. You told me the picture of the deer.
I sent Kelly a video. I went on campus because I'm in college. I'm not gonna disclose my college because I got some.
Yeah, please
stalkers.
don't.
But there was deer, and people are usually like, don't go near deer or any wild animal. But I'm telling you, this deer liked me because she kept wagging her tail. And I was like, hi. I was so excited. I literally was late to class because I was talking to the deer. And I sent it to Kelly, and she was like, tell him to run. Run. And we were laughing. But
Deer are so dumb. They're dumb. They literally just look at you. They don't move.
they wagged their tail. I showed you a video of it moving.
What do you mean? I know, but they're just like dumb animals.
So I feel about Shadow sometimes.
Oh God, her
Shadow's-
dog is psychotic.
No, he's a little dumb. He's a little slow.
He chewed my
I'm sorry.
my hair extension. Was it my hair extension?
It was your mask.
And my hair extension.
Kelly went to a Halloween party with me. Did she show you the pictures?
No.
We were Ghostface, and it had diamonds on it. And she left it on the couch. And I didn't know because I would have told her, don't leave anything on the couch because my dog.
He chews up literally anything and everything.
I see him, and I'm like, why is his mouth glowing? And I run, and I'm like, Kelly, he ate your diamonds. And I'm taking each piece out. I was like, we have 5 diamonds. He ate the rest.
That's
and
so
she's
funny.
like, what am I going to do? The whole chin of the face mask was off.
Yeah.
So I'm over here hot gluing each piece on. And she's like, you're stupid dog, bro. Like, I can't believe this. And we're laughing because I'm like, yo, he really ate each diamond.
No,
Like,
he's
it
so
was a
cute,
treat
but
for
he's
him.
so bad.
He really
He's so
is.
bad.
He really is.
My friend's dog took a chunk out of my finger.
Oh my God.
Like, no, literally, it was so funny because I was walking to her house. The minute I get through the door, I just have my hands at the side. This dog, it's like a small little dog, jumps in the air and bites my finger, like my fingertip.
What the hell?
I'm just like, yeah.
Tell them about how we got followed home the other day.
Okay, so Kelly is the reason why I'm going to get fat. She introduced me to Lobo Loco.
I love that place so
love-
much.
And
It's our spot.
now I crave like a taco salad like every other day because of Kelly. And I always text her and I'm like, Lobo Loco. So I did that. I was like, Lobo Loco now. We went, and sometimes we walk all the way by IS2 because it's just easier for us because the bus, I don't know why we paying $2.90 for the bus to always be 30 minutes delayed. 40 minutes delayed. I'm literally late every day for work because the 48 wants to be late every 5 minutes. Like, I don't understand. So we're like, oh, it's coming in 20 minutes. She's like, we're just going to walk it. We walk. This guy with a loud car, he stops in front of the smoke shop. We're still walking. I'm like, you want to wait for the bus here? And she's like, no, let's just keep walking. So
It's not that far of a walk. That's
Yeah,
why.
so I
it's like
just-
a 15-minute walk.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to take an Uber home. I'm going to walk with you to your house. She's like,
Mhm.
okay. So we're walking, and I hear his car, and I notice that he's kind of like zooming around us.
He was like driving like in circles, like super recklessly, like speeding.
Yeah.
And it's like
and then
so unusual.
we were standing at the end because Kelly was on her phone, and I was like, yo, why are we standing here? Can we walk? So we started walking, and I heard him again. And I'm telling you, this man was looking for us.
Yeah, but there were other guys there that he was talking to, so I thought that he was just like hanging out with his friends because it's
Right.
not really that unusual for guys to be like standing on the corner like having a conversation because there's like the smoke shop and there's like the whatever, the liquor store, the deli, the pizzeria. So it wasn't really that unusual to us.
We're walking, and he found us literally in front of her house. So
Like,
we didn't want
blocks
him,
They always
down.
do.
right? We didn't want him to know where she lived or anything.
And he didn't have license
So-
plates on his car, so it was probably most likely a stolen car. It was like all blacked out, tinted windows,
Right.
Wait.
no license plate.
Wait. Where was this? Is by New Door?
No. This was by
IS2.
Midland, and by the corner store.
Yeah. So he's like, hey, like he rolls
All
down
of a
his
sudden,
window.
he zoomed down the block. He didn't even drive slowly. He literally
Mhm.
zoomed all the way to the block that I live on.
He literally was like, hey, rolls down his window. And I'm looking, and she's like, don't walk. And my instant thought was,
I told her not to go in the house, so we were just
I
standing
was going to
there.
hide behind the car. But, like, it was too late. So he's like, what's the vibe for tonight? And I'm like,
He said, like, what's the word or something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I said, excuse me? And he's like, what's the vibe? I said, what are you doing here?
Yeah, like, what the hell?
And then Kelly's like, you followed us home? I didn't follow you home. I said, so then what are you doing here? Because ain't no way you know where we live.
No,
He's like,
it was so scary, actually.
He's like, oh, just come in the car. I said, I don't know you. I'm going to come in the car? Are you crazy? And he's like, nah, but what's the word? I'm like, you're crazy.
And then he just drove away.
What
I
do you
said,
look like?
curly hair.
Yeah, he had, like, a curly afro. He had to be, like, Arab,
No,
something like that. He looked skinny, like, small, skinny. He looked young, too. Like, he wasn't that much older than us.
And out of all the days, I didn't have my taser. And I was upset. I was like, you know what? You need a taser.
And
I
then-
need another taser. We just need to get
Yeah, we waited until he left to go in the house because obviously, like, we didn't want him to know that was where we stayed. But
creepy.
yeah,
The people on this island are getting like freaking scary.
mm-hmm.
Like I literally just saw a guy walking around with a bloody shirt. Like yeah.
No, it's nuts. I don't know. Every time I have the Citizens app because I like to be cautious of my surroundings.
Yeah, me too.
And I
It's
think
like it's always something.
my friends always say I'm a little obsessed with it, but it's like it tells you like, oh, this is 2 minutes away from you. This is what's happening. So I'm not gonna go in that direction if that's what's happening and put myself in danger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I'm a little obsessed. It's just I'm scared because I don't want nothing to happen to me when all I'm trying to do is go to work, go to school, and then go home.
It's just
You know what I
being
mean?
cautious. Like being careful. You know? Like
There be some crazy stuff on there. I wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It'll be like 3 people shot in front of a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Like, why? Or 74-year-old man kidnapped. Why are you kidnapping an old man?
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts, and I don't want that to happen. That's why I have a comb knife. You guys should invest. It's a comb. And then, boom, it's a knife. And then I have a taser.
Did you get it from Shein? Because they have like keys too, like fake keys.
No, I went with my boyfriend
To the shop, right?
to this like shop, and he's like, I'm gonna take you somewhere, and I was like over here like, oh my god, he's taking me somewhere nice. He took me to a shop so I could defend myself. He said, pick out. he said you be going through a lot of stuff because I do. There are people who follow me. There are people who are being nasty. They'll say like very provocative things when I'm just trying to go to work. And this is at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Oh, damn, Ma. Like, I don't want to hear that. I could be your daughter. Yeah. So he bought me pepper spray. He bought me a comb knife. And he bought me a taser so that I could be safe. Because I may know how to fight, but grown men, I don't know if I could take them. I'm small. You're small. You're small. Sorry.
Well, no, that reminds me of like in the city and like because like the island's bad, but like the city is like obviously worse. But like literally, I was in the city with my friends, and this old man, he looks like about like 70 at least. He's like treading up on his bike, like rolling up, and he's like comes in front of us, and he looks at us, and he's like, "Do you guys go to NYU? What school do you go to?" And we were just like ignoring him, like telling him to like like F off. And he just kept asking us, like, what school do you go to? And I was like, we're dropouts. And then he gasped. He was like, and then he, like, got back on his bike. And I was like, yeah, pedal away. We're dropouts. Like, bye. And then he starts, like, pedaling away. And then he, like, turns his head back. And he's like, how did you learn how to speak then? And I was like, what? And then he was like, I learned Spanish. Do you know Spanish? And I was like, I know hola and adios. And he was like, well, let me teach you Spanish. And I was like, no, adios. And then he like just pedaled away. And I was like, they're like no fear.
Kelly knows when we're out.
I don't be scared either. So
because they pick on the people they know look scared. I don't know, for some reason the crackheads get too comfortable talking to me.
Oh
like
my
I've been
God.
sweating so much. Like I think they think I'm one of them. It's bad.
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they thought that about us too.
It happened to me in a store the other night because I told you I came back. I walked like 40,000 steps. So you can picture the humidity. Like it was disgusting. And we go into Home Goods and the store's open. The lights are on. There's a huge line. And we walk in and the lady up there, she looks at us and she's like, nope, we're closed. We're closed. You got to go. And then my friend Chris was like, yeah, now they're closed. And then she's like, Joseph, lock the doors. I'm like, what? Like,
It's
God
that
forbid.
SpongeBob episode.
Like,
No, literally.
when he's like, you have the ugly, and everybody's like,
yeah, like, my gosh, it was awful.
mm-mm.
And what was the thing you said about how like tattoos prevent you from getting kidnapped?
If you find like a dead body and there's covered in tattoos, you could identify that person easily if their family recognizes it. But if it's just a regular, like, so this girl on TikTok, I follow her, she got kidnapped twice. Now her arms are all tatted completely. And she talks about it all the time. She's like, nobody picks on me anymore. I've gotten like harassed less because I have all these tattoos. And like, that's her theory on it. But like,
I guess because if someone sees them out, they can easily like pick them out.
well, listen, if there's like a missing photo for somebody and you say their arms are coated in this kind of tattoo, like, yeah, like anyone will recognize that.
I mean, in my opinion, if you're just crazy, they'll kill you either way. You know what I mean? Because there are some pretty psychotic people out there. But I know that there is a like a report from the police that they put up. They said that kidnappers, they like interviewed a whole bunch of kidnappers and serial killers, and that they go for people like if you have your hair up, they don't like your hair up.
Mm-hmm. I saw
Or
that.
no, I think it's if you have your hair down, because if you have your hair up, they could pull on you. Yeah, like that. If you have your hair up, they could pull on you. So they target people like that. They target people with like more clothes on because it's easy to grab on them than when they're like this, you know, because you can't really grab on me if I don't have like if I have a thin shirt, you're gonna like my whole top will, you know what I mean?
Can't.
So, or like they mostly
like a hoodie, you mean? They could just grab the hoodie.
They mostly go for dark hair girls. It was like a whole report on what they prefer.
I saw that.
When they're looking for people.
Yeah, because they want people who are like concealable.
Yeah.
If you have dark hair, like you can blend in easier. Like you're easier to hide.
Yeah.
That's
creepy,
why
you know?
you gotta stand out. Like genuinely, if you like, I always go out like dressed up because like obviously people will stare and stuff, but that means they notice me, and that means that like, if everyone's attention's on you, no one's gonna grab you, no one's gonna, you know, you.
My mom always tells me to wear one solid wear one solid color when I go out, so that if anything happens to me, she could be like, she's wearing all black, or she's wearing all pink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when I'm wearing like 3 different colors, she's like, how the hell am I gonna remember that? I said green, pink, blue.
But I feel like you always send your mom pictures of your outfits and stuff. So.
Yes, I do. The only reason why I send my mom pictures, like Kelly knows me, all my friends know I do this, and I tell them if they're comfortable. I always send my mom a picture of who I'm with. I always send her where I'm going, the exact address. I tell her what time I'm leaving, even if she's asleep, and who's driving me home. I send her pictures so that she knows, hey, this is the last place that I was. This is who I was with. This is where I was at. You have all the info just in case anything happens to me. And sometimes I even share my Lyft ride with her so she could track me when I'm going home. Because it's not, I know some people are like, oh, parents, they're being so controlling. They're not. They just care about you. They don't want nothing to happen to you. That's it. Like, they're letting you live your life, but they know a lot of crazy stuff goes down, especially in New York, that they're, like, not trying to be controlling. They're just trying to be cautious of you because they don't want you to randomly die. Kids are dying before their parents are dying. That's not healthy. That's not good. I want my parents to see when I get married, when I have kids, you know, when I graduate. I want them to be a part of that. I don't want to die and they're by themselves. You know, it sucks. So I just try to be cautious. I send my mom everything. Especially because I'm not trying to get kidnapped.
Yeah, no.
Kelly knows when crackheads talk to us, I'd be like, let's go.
No, she literally grabs me and runs, and I'm like, sis, I cannot run right now.
They could even be faking to be a crackhead and just trying to be a sex trafficker. There's a lot of sex trafficking happening.
There is.
And my dad thinks that I'm being paranoid and I'm overwhelmed. No, there was people putting lanyards. You know how you put your keys? They're wrapping it around your car door and they're lacing it with what's that word? Fentanyl. I don't know if I said it right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, people are stupid. They're touching it. They pass out. You get kidnapped, and then you end up in an abandoned house. Like, no. And it's not that I'm paranoid. It's that people try to hide sex trafficking like it's not happening. And it's happening all around the world, to kids, to adults, to moms. Like, it's happening. And everybody just wants to be oblivious. That's not cool. Like, that's my biggest fear.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when I leave the house, I'm like scared. Cause they even have the church people. They'll pretend that they're a part of the church. Oh, you want to join our church? When in reality, they're just trying to recruit women.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Yeah. It's a mosquito.
Oh, I don't like mosquitoes.
No, they do it in the parking lots too. Like in store parking lots.
That's why whenever I go out with your sister and some guy tries to talk to us and we don't know him, I pull her and I run away.
But it's not even just guys. They have women sex trafficking people too now, like a lot. It's messed up, yeah.
Not healthy.
Well, like, I don't know if, like, because obviously guys get kidnapped too, but, like, I get picked on way more. I always try to have a guy with me. Like, for example, like the other night, me and my friend were walking. It was me, my friend, and then one of our guy friends. And I think he was, like, peeing or something, like, in, like, the woods. And a car comes up, and he, like, parks right in front of me and my friend. And, like, they put the headlights on, and they see us. And then the minute they see, like, him walking towards us, they drive away.
Yeah.
And it was just it was super creepy. And it's just like, yeah, you got to be careful if you're a girl walking.
Especially when you have your AirPods in. Don't have both AirPods in. At least have one if you're walking, or at least have your music not that loud, because I like to. I realized I did that a lot. I always left my music blasting, and somebody was following me, and I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So you have to just be aware of your surroundings, even if you look crazy, because people look at me like I'm crazy because I always do this.
Yeah, me
like
too.
I look back, I look front, I look sideways. I don't play. And when I do have my taser, I have it on at all times, and I just hold it by my side, because you never know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I just always try to be safe. It's a scary world we live in. You could be alive one day and then boom, you're done. Like, it's no joke.
Have you ever been followed, Frankie? Have you ever had, like, any, like, stalker experience or anything like that?
I have. I don't know if you remember it, though. Do you remember when you texted me, I think this was back in, like, January or something, and you said, like, the cops were on the block and that, like, someone was, like, around our house? Do you remember that? You said someone was trying to break into the backyard. I don't know. Do you not remember this?
I don't know. Like who?
I remember I was at my friend's house and you texted me and you were like, the cops are, like, on the block. Someone's trying to break into, like, our backyard. And that you, like, described, like, what the kid looked like. And I was like, I know
Our backyard?
I was like, I know exactly who that guy is.
Wait.
Yeah.
I think so. The cops were there, though?
That's what you told me. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But, yeah, I know this kid. Yeah. It was not a teenager, but someone I knew.
I think I do remember that. But I thought you were with him. I didn't know that he came by himself.
No, why would I? No. See?
So
it's creepy.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was the backstory of that? Like, why would he have been there?
I was friends with him and I was friends with this other kid. And then the two of them, I met him through the other kid. Two of them stopped being friends and I was still friends with one of them, and I think something about me got brought up. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely some kind of lie. And ever since then, just him with his car, just, like, following, beeping. He has a car now. At the time, he had a bike. So I'd just be walking and just be, like, biking behind.
Oh, my God. What the hell?
Yeah, no, but it, like, stopped. That was, like, a couple months ago.
Sorry.
Yeah, this mosquito was, like...
I'm allergic to them.
Are you?
Yeah, whenever they bite me, I swell up.
Do you remember when they were spraying for mosquitoes on freaking Highland Boulevard? I was on Highland Boulevard, and I'm just, like, chilling. It's, like, I don't know, like 10 or something. And we're all just walking, and all of a sudden, a big truck just starts coming by with sirens. Everybody go inside. This is deadly toxins to get rid of the mosquito disease. If you inhale this, you could die.
First of all, what they really should be focusing on is them lantern flies.
Oh God.
Because those are creepy. I don't know about y'all, but
They're like hard. Like they have like a hard shell. So when they fly on you, it like
they be flying in my face.
Yeah. Ew. They're so disgusting.
They're creepy.
Remember when everyone used to think that they were like poisonous to us? Or like
They are.
Poisonous
I don't
or
think they're
not,
poisonous to us.
No.
I think they're poisonous to like plants.
They're poisonous to animals. You know, like if your dog steps on it, it could like, I don't know what the media said, the news, but apparently it could go into the dog's body and kill them. Like,
Yeah.
like I can't explain it.
Apparently my nephew ate one by accident.
Huh?
He's gonna be 2. Apparently he accidentally ate one and my sister freaked out. So I don't think they're poisonous to us.
Oh. Well, I know they're poisonous to animals.
Yeah, probably.
But they still creep me out, so I will.
No,
be
they do. They're
smacking
scary.
them
They're
off.
huge. They don't
They're
even come in
getting
different
bigger,
sizes.
Yeah, no, some of them are small.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
They're all huge.
They were all around my daycare. I was like, what the kids, they didn't want to go outside. They were like, Miss Nilda, the bugs are taking over. We have to go inside. I'm like, just relax. They're fine. No. And they would be just bawling, crying.
You're supposed to kill them, but I feel like no one's killing them anymore.
Because it's hard to kill them now. Apparently,
Yeah, they jump.
And they're crunchy. Like every time I freaking step on it, it's
Like
like,
a taco.
gross.
Taco.
They jump.
They apparently their eyes are in the back of their head. That's why when you try to kill them in the back,
they move.
they hop.
Yeah.
So you have to kill them from the front now. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be really. I don't know. Maybe I have a good heart. I'd be feeling bad when I kill bugs.
I don't feel bad. They're gross.
Except for centipedes, because why do you have so many legs? Mm-mm. And they run fast.
They do. I hate all bugs. I'm sorry. I'm
Like all my
terrified.
exes.
Yeah.
They're all bugs.
They look like bugs. So.
Oh yeah, freaking. Remember the Barbie Cafe?
Yeah, they were like, oh my God.
I heard about that.
There was like, I wish I took a picture, like a video or something to remember, because it wasn't like anything I've seen on Staten Island. They were like
Oh, it was
a
like an
wall covered with
infestation,
them. I was
yeah.
like, ew, what the hell? I've never seen like that many together at once.
How was
It's
the Barbie
usually-
Cafe?
It was cute, but Wynwood was so much better. Like,
Because Wynwood wasn't a Barbie Cafe.
no. Frankie, if you were of age, you would have loved Wynwood. It was so fun. They had like a Barbie brunch type thing. It was really
You
fun.
guys should go to the Museum of Ice Cream.
First of all,
You would like it.
I'm down if you want to go. I'm always down. Kelly knows I'm down for anything.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let's talk about it. We went to the Barbie brunch, and I thought I looked cute. I don't know, but this girl was like, "Oh my God, you have Barbie Crocs. Take a Barbie bag." I was
my
like,
Barbie Crocs.
Where the heck? Where's my Barbie bag? Like, I was jealous. I was like, Kelly.
Aw.
I said, I want a Barbie bag. And then when I looked in it, it was just pink ramen and candy, which I ate from Kelly's bag probably 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It's good. But we had fun. It wasn't boring. We got invited to the DJ booth. We were all standing there like,
Nilda threw up in the bathroom.
I threw up in the bathroom because I can't hold down liquor.
Every time I'm out with her, she throws up, and I have to like be there, like holding her.
Which is why whenever we go out now, I know my limit. I only have one drink. And to be honest, I don't need, in your opinion, I don't know if you feel that way about me, but I feel like I don't need liquor to have fun.
Mm-mm.
Like, I'm still genuinely fun without liquor.
No, we went out the other night. We didn't even drink.
Yeah, no, it was, I don't know. I also feel like it's kind of gross. I don't like the way it makes me feel sometimes. Like, I know people like get drunk just to have fun, but like the aftermath of getting drunk, it's like headaches, migraines, vomiting. Like, I can't
It depends. I don't really get like that, to be honest.
I do. I get a whole migraine the next morning. I can't do it anymore. I'm cutting down. Eventually, I'm going to stop fully, but I'm just only going to have one drink whenever we go out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Because 2 or 3 and I'm done. I'd be like, Kelly. She's like, what? I'm like, I have to vomit.
And she runs, and I have to run after her.
And you're such a good friend, though. She literally holds my hair, and she's like this. She's like, are you okay? And I'm over here sobbing because I'm like, you're such a good friend.
I brought tissues, and I'm like touching up her makeup.
She got me water. Like, she's such a good friend. I was like, my mom was like, who you going out with? I'm like, Kelly. She's like, I like her. She takes care of you. I'm like, thanks. I like her too.
But like, you don't even drink that much. You literally have 2 drinks and you're like throwing up.
I don't know what it
Maybe
is.
it's all the dancing. Maybe it's like,
yeah, maybe because I'm too hyper.
you're wild when you dance. Like, you're always jumping around. Maybe that's why. It like makes your stomach.
I call it artwork. I dance.
It like upsets your stomach.
She ever showed you the videos of me dancing?
No.
I'm a professional.
For real?
Yes, I do ballet. No.
Why don't you apply for a job?
Damn, Kelly.
Not like that. Not like that. We went to the club and there was like some girl doing like acrobats and stuff. Like, you could do something like that.
Me and Kelly, we weren't being.
She was like flipping upside down.
We weren't being bullies, but it was funny because she was dancing like this.
Like, she looked like a little
Like a little
robot.
luau.
I'm not gonna lie, she kind of looked like a robot.
Right? So I was like, I could get paid for that. Like, and me and Kelly were like, yeah, let's do it. So we went in front of her and we were like this. And she's like, but the only thing I don't like is their butt cheeks are out. I don't feel comfortable with my butt cheeks being out like that.
But like, she was wearing like a bodysuit though.
Yeah, but that's all she was wearing. She was wearing a bodysuit. It was like one of those thong bodysuits, and then she wears stockings, but you could still see her like butt. You know what I mean? And then they were wearing like a bra.
Well, it probably depends the place that you work at. Maybe like, you could find one that doesn't.
Like,
do
if
that.
I wanted to be a bottle girl, I would probably work in Jersey because they don't show their body like that. They have like
they wear
booty
shorts
and a crop top, which is normal because I'm used to wearing that. But like, when you're showing your whole cheeks or you're wearing a bra without like covering your nip and everybody's exposed, I don't want everybody to see my body.
Yeah, but
What
not
if
gonna
I'm
lie, no one was paying attention on her anyway. Like, they were all just like dancing by themselves. Like, I didn't see anyone like really paying attention to them. They were just there.
They were paying attention to Flexible Girl.
I mean, yeah, because she was actually
She
talented.
was flexible. That seems interesting.
She was moving her foot. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
She's
you're
moving
good.
her foot all the way back to her head. And
And
me and
she-
Kelly
yeah.
were like this. And then Kelly was like, I could do that. I was like, can you? Because that's a lot. But yeah.
I mean, Frankie, you could do that.
Can you?
Dance?
Well, you
No,
used to
like,
be.
are you
used to be
flexible?
flexible.
I am flexible. I think I still am. I mean, I haven't.
She used to be like super
tried.
into like gymnastics and like acrobats. And stuff like
Were you in gymnastics?
I was an acro,
What else?
tap, jazz,
Wow.
hip hop.
Your parents loved you.
that. I hated dance.
Did
I
you
tried
do
it
anything?
and I didn't like it.
Well, okay, my parents couldn't afford to put me in classes, so I didn't get to do what I wanted. I always wanted to do art, pottery, like dance. I even wanted to be a singer once, but I couldn't go to lessons because they were like $1,000.
Well, lessons are expensive.
Yeah, for what?
I didn't even do
though? Like,
lessons.
$1,000? You're
No.
bugging. I tried to be a cheerleader in high school.
I was a cheerleader.
And they were like, it's gonna be 2,000 and something. And my dad said, get the F out of here. You're
Yeah.
not going. He's like, learn here. And
it was
he
expensive
he put on
because we traveled and stuff. So.
yeah, no. He put on videos and he was like, you could be a cheerleader here. I said, wow, you're mean.
I loved it though. I only did it for 1 year, but it was so fun.
I just like the outfits.
Yeah,
That was it.
it was fun.
Why don't you open up like your own dance studio?
Oh, she thinks I'm a real dancer. Well, I can't dance.
I mean, she can.
No, but like it doesn't have to be like real, like professional. Like you could just like for the people who can't afford to like get dancing studios, put them together.
Like a foundation.
I
a
like
Yeah.
that.
That's a good idea.
Let's
You
build
literally do it in your
something.
house.
I like,
like
that.
have kids come over and stuff. Like
I mean, is that legal? Maybe in the
No,
yard,
people
right?
do that. Yeah, people do that with school. So why can't they do that with?
I mean, you're right.
Dancing.
Maybe.
Mm.
We can call it Dancing with Miss Nilda. I like that. And now have an intro. Dancing with Miss Nilda. Featuring Kelly.
I can't dance, so
Yes, you can.
everyone knows that I can't dance.
Kelly be like this in the club.
That's not even how I dance.
Or when she has her drink, she's like this. That's how she gets.
I really don't dance, but I try to like it. I just didn't.
I have
But
videos
I
to
also-
prove you're lying.
I won like some dance award one time when I performed at St. George Theater. I had to do like this dance thing. I don't remember what it was for. It was like a summer program that I did, and I won an award. And I was like, wow, I can't even dance.
Well, I went to Jesus camp.
I think we did too.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why did you guys go? Because I have a reasoning
went-
to why my parents put me in Jesus camp.
Oh no, there was no reasoning. It was just
Oh.
put us in Jesus
My
camp.
parents thought I was a really bad kid and they thought I was possessed, so they shipped me
Oh
away
my
to Jesus camp.
God.
I was there for
That's
3
crazy.
weeks. I wanted to cry. Because they were like putting holy water on my forehead, being like, escape
That's actually
the.
funny.
They were like this, escape the demons, escape the demons. I said, what demons? I'm only 9. Like, I really didn't know. I was scared.
That wraps up today's episode. Make sure you share, like, comment, subscribe, listen on Spotify and Apple. And thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome.
We'll see you guys in the next episode.